did not participate in the contact portion of their morning shoot-around. Blackshear and Izundu ready to go.
Rob's not the game, but he started his last game as a Hokie.
And a fine move to see is we talked with Buzz this afternoon. Izundu gets the first two.
For him, but I'm sure bigger and better things are to come for Justin Robinson in the basketball uniform.
Missed their last 9 games with a foot injury. Three-pointer good for Nickeil.
Letting them know I'm going to take care of you tonight.
Johnson from the wing drains the three. The transfer from Florida Gulf Coast, their second leading scorer at 13 a game.
A tremendous amount of confidence as they get toward the end of the season.
Canes are 0-9 in road games this year. That's true road games, and 2-2 in neutral site one.
ACC, and I'm sure that's one of the things he does not want to go down in the distinction of this team.
Alexander-Walker lines it up and makes it a 1-point game. This one's interesting because there's not a ton of seeding changes to be made when you look at the ACC tournament, win or loss. Miami knows it's playing on Tuesday. Odd to see Lykes give that up when he had a mismatch with the largest player on the floor, Blackshear, in front of him. Now Beatty drops it off and Blackshear slams it home. And his son had a friend who played at Stetson with KJ's dad, who was there from 92 to 96. So Larinaga says Blackshear, number 24.
You know, this program has grown tremendously under Buzz Williams over the past 5 seasons. I'm not sure how many people realize how much the managers have to do.
Excessive or unnecessary? I think that qualified right there.
Well, Virginia Tech dodges a bullet on that one.
3, sends it back, and receives it on a rainbow. It's always dangerous when he's got it in his hands. 46% from deep for Outlaw. His way to a second bachelor's in sociology as well.
Well, Outlaw has actually been in college for 6 years. This is his 6th season, 6th year, only 4th playing, but now back-to-back 3-pointers for Ty Outlaw. Has been practicing with the team at home, but he can't travel and practice on the road.
Wilkins on the drive, puts it in. 6 of those points coming on 3s from Outlaw. That's good communication right there, non-verbal between Johnson and Lykes.
A little over 8 minutes being played, and both these teams shooting the basketball extremely well.
Late to rotate, and Nickeil makes the Hurricanes pay.
That's 1 to 2 seeds above, I think, that Virginia Tech would get if they know that he's back in the lineup.
Outlaw, another 3-pointer. You go back to the season we mentioned with more than 23 wins. Hill, good on the 3.
4 seed in comparison to a 5 seed, because we all know the 5 seeds are always going to have an upset. So if I'm Virginia Tech, I would love to be in that 4 seed line. Another step to the next level.
If you joined us late, Justin Robinson did step on the floor during action today for 1 second. Got to start on his senior night.
And of course, the Canadian connection from Jamie McNeely alongside Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Now finding Wilkins under the basket for the easy layup.
Lawrence, reverse layup.
Virginia Tech has dismantled the zone for Jim Larinaga to this point. So Coach Larinaga, going back to the man-to-man, was tired of seeing the Hokies get easy baskets, and it ends up being another easy basket against the man-to-man.
Juan Hernandez ruled ineligible by the NCAA.
Well, and not a lot of depth up front for Virginia Tech either.
They've been successful from 3. They look inside for Blackshear, sent it to both Hill and Alexander-Walker. Beatty drives, and nobody steps in his way. It's dismayed to not get a call under the basket. Blackshear's got it one-on-one. A drop step into 2 points.
Normally you answer text then because you have your grocery list on your phone.
You're bored. So we know you're a man of the people.
I am you find me. You find me at Sam's Club all the time.
And Vasiljevic scoring inside the arc. 5 fouls on the Hokies and 6 on the Hurricanes. Nobody saw Johnson breaking out ahead of the pack. Here's Vasiljevic. Drop it down inside. The size advantage for Blackshear. He fades. Nobody boxed out Wilkins.
That's got to be discouraging for Miami. You get a stop and then give up second chance points.
Layup counts. This, then that. How different their seasons could have been. Just one player for this team could have made them an NCAA tournament team.
I believe so, and that one player is Juan Hernandez. Thing in this league, no one feels sorry for you. I mean, you think about Virginia Tech, you know, really rolling along as one of the top 5, top 10 teams in the country, and their point guard gets hurt.
Lawrence scoots by Blackshear, doesn't get it, and Izundu back onto the floor. Their true big man with the putback.
Offensive rebounding, and a couple more of those opportunities for him. If Miami can come up with some stops and get back into this game, put some pressure on Virginia Tech.
Hill, defense got there late.
Of course, that football stadium is now indoors, correct?
A wise choice, yes, for March in Minneapolis.
Just making sure. I believe we're close.
Dominated by the top 3 teams in the league, Duke, Virginia, and North Carolina. 3 from Hill. Oh, a deep one.
He's take care of business tonight, but of course, with tomorrow night's game, whoever has the bigger impact in that game, in my opinion.
Where it gets tricky is trying to decide who's on the second team in this league because there are so many great scorers.
I'm pretty good with the second team.
Okay.
The third team is really the issue. You take Nickeil Alexander-Walker for me, Ty Jerome from Virginia, Fiondu Kabengele.
6th man of the year?
Absolutely. But now you look at
Tyus Battle is waving his hand at you.
He is, as is Kai Bowman.
And as has been Miami's luck today, it falls off and ends up with the Hokies on a 3-on-2 break. And Wilkins with the reverse lay-in to stretch the lead to 20.
Somewhat feels kind of handcuffed by the rotation and what has been going on. Off to a great start for his team in this game, but just unable to sustain it.
And why not tonight?
When I'm sure Buzz Williams not happy about it. And you see Virginia Tech really improved defensive team this year in Nashville. Lipscomb versus Liberty. We talked about Liberty, of course, losing to Radford on the buzzer beater in the Big South a year ago. The championship there Sunday at 3, and then of course I'll do the MEAC championship next Saturday and spend the majority of the week at the ACC tournament.
It was simple. Getting guys who stay. Guys who are going to be 4-year or in some cases 5-, 6-year players. Of course, not on the court for 6 years.
And again, Mike, if that one of those threes goes down, it's a 10-point game.
And instead, 3 defenders watch Hill score at the other end. Lawrence with a shovel. Izundu ready to put it home.
It's not as though you can put in your subs and get your bench players minutes because Miami only has 7 guys. Just walk in as the head coach at Butler, so he had to pay his dues in the coaching ranks, and it's worked out pretty well for him.
Senior day has been kind to Outlaw.
And has continued here in their last regular season game. Shooting extremely well from beyond the arc here tonight. And the fact that he drafted Tim Duncan didn't hurt.
And the Hurricanes could have finished as high as a 10 seed. A loss puts them at 12 or 13 in the ACC tournament Tuesday action. And then potentially Louisville, North Carolina as well, which is a split of that season series. Part of a stretch in Virginia Tech basketball history where they're going to go to 3 NCAA tournaments in a row, and they'll be looking for their first NCAA tournament win in more than 10 years. Raised eyebrow or 2 here at Castle Coliseum to start the night. But after the first couple of minutes, the Hokies dominant over the Hurricanes, 84-70.